Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Learn with Virali. I'm Virali, your guide on this coding adventure. In today's video, we'll understand how to create forms using Fieldset and Legends, which could be identified as a most attractive way of putting up a form in HTML. So let's get started. So first, we'll build up a blueprint in our HTML file using the VS Code shortcut. And then we'll change the title of this document as in Forms in HTML. Using Fieldset and Legends. Alright, directly jumping on to the body tag, the next thing that we would use is a form tag, as in we are interested in building up a form, and that's where we'll be using a form tag, making sure that we have a correct usage or a wrapper to show up our form. Now, the next thing that we are interested to learn is the usage of Fieldset and Legends. So Fieldset allows us to make sure that we can group all the related data in a form, and Legend goes ahead and defines the caption for that particular form or that particular Fieldset element. Let us take a closer look onto all of these by taking a small example here. So here I'll write a Fieldset and then I'll be having my own closing tag here. The next thing that we have to put up first here is the title of this form. So here I'll be putting up a legend, which is gonna give me that what kind of information I'm gonna write the next, as in I'm gonna say that it is something personal or anything related to a personal information. Once I'm done, I'm gonna create something which we already learned before in our previous videos, as in to create a label and an input type elements, as in label indicating what is that particular text box for. So here I would say first name, and then I'll create a relevant input type element. Input type equals to text, and then name equals to fname, id equals to fname. And at the end, we'll put up a placeholder for the user to understand that this is for entering your first name. So we'll say enter your first name. That's it. Now we'll match the for element for the label here, which should be exactly equal to the ID of your input type in order to bind them together. So I'll put this up as fname. Now I'll make sure that I use the same information for creating a last name at the same time. So I'll paste the same information here, but just change in some details to make this as a last name text box. Changing the name as lname to match with the ID on the top. Alright, and instead of enter your first name, we'll say please enter your last name here. And at the end, once everything is ready, we'll create a submit button, as in input type equals to submit, value equals to submit, thereby creating a submit button. Once I'm done with the information, I'm gonna save this form, and let us go back to our output screen to see how does the actual form look like. So let me just share my output screen here. And there we go. So if you notice, we have our legend shown up here, which says that this particular form type is for personal information. And then inside this box, we actually have our label, which is the first name, and then we have the corresponding text box. And beside it, we have the last name, again followed by a corresponding text box. Later on, we can submit this particular information once we enter in both of these text boxes. I hope this video got some insights to you, and in the next video, we'll take a look onto other elements of the form, typically talking about the data lists. So until then, stay tuned and happy coding.